This is a regularly scheduled meeting for which the date, time, and location is set forth in the annual notice of meetings adopted by the Waldeck Zoning Board. In accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act, said annual notice has been filed with the Borough Clerk. A copy posted in the vestibule of the Waldeck Administration Building and copies transmitted to the official newspapers of the borough as designated by the governing body, to wit, the Bergen Record and the Ridgewood News. Joyce, roll call, please.
Mr. Moniz?
Here.
Mr. Walsh?
Here.
Mr. Korean?
Absent.
Mr. Neiman?
Here.
Mr. Bokarski?
Here.
Mr. Centennial? Mr. Sanzo?
Here.
Ms. Lupino? Here. Mr. Saracola?
Here.
Can we all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? All right, before we get to the one application this evening, we'll go through some housekeeping stuff. Approval of the minutes of August 28, 2024. Has everyone read the meeting minutes? Any comments? No. Motion to waive the reading of the minutes.
I make a motion to waive the reading of the minutes from the last meeting.
I second.
Ted first, Wall second. Approval of waiving the reading of the minutes. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion
make
to
mo-
approve the minutes?
I make a motion to approve the minutes.
Ted first, Wall second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? There'll be none. Resolutions for this evening, we have two. Martinowski, 34 Zazzetti Street, and again, Martinowski, 6 Clinton Place. Has everyone read the resolutions, or any comments? No. Motion to waive the reading of the resolutions.
I make a motion to waive the reading of the resolutions.
Ted
I
first,
second it.
second. Approved for waiving of the reading of the resolutions, are in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That's none. We'll do the approval for each one. Martinowski, 34 Zazzetti Street. Motion to approve the resolution.
I make a motion to approve the resolution.
Ted first, Wall second. Joyce, roll call.
Mr. Moniz?
Abstain.
Mr. Walsh?
Yes.
Mr. Neiman?
Yes.
Mr. Bokarski?
Yes.
Mr. Centennial? Absent.
Absent.
Mr. Sanzo?
Yes.
Ms. Lupino? Yes. Mr. Saracola?
Yes.
Second resolution for approval this evening is again Martinowski, but 6 Clinton Place. Motion to approve.
I make a motion we approve.
Brian first,
I second.
Ted second. Joyce, roll call.
Mr. Moniz?
Abstain.
Mr. Neiman?
Yes.
Mr. Bokarski?
Yes.
Ms. Lupino? Yes. Mr. Sanzo?
Yes.
Mr. Walsh?
Yes.
Mr. Saracola?
I should have abstained because I wasn't here last month. So,
That's it. All right. First application this evening is Carrion, 7 Cleveland Avenue.
Mr. Sherman, Mr. Croyan, if you'd raise your right hands. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth as it relates to this application? I do. Thank you. Mr. Sherman, you are known to this board. You've testified here many times before. The only question I have is your license in good standing as of this moment?
Yes, it is.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
I don't have any other further questions to qualify Mr. Sherman.
All right. Ed, you want to tell us a little bit about the application?
Okay, we can sit down. This is actually a two-family house with a detached garage in an R3 zone. They're on Cleveland Ave, and what the homeowner would like to do, presently it's a 3-car garage, but with the two-family house, most of these bays are for storage because of the two houses. So he was going to replace the roof of the garage, and in doing so, he hired me to see if it's possible to raise the roof of this garage to get the storage upstairs so that they could get the cars in the garage. So what we're planning to do, the variance we're seeking, is actually a height for an accessory structure in this zone, which the town allows 15 feet. We're going to 19 feet. Presently, the structure is a 14-foot to the top of the ridge of this garage. And to get any type of storage in it, it's just ceiling joists going across with some plywood that they could just throw a little bit of stuff on. But again, the bays are getting filled up with the two families storing things there. The other thing I'd like to just bring up in code for the New Jersey Construction Code, to have an actual walk-up flight of stairs. At the top of any stairs, you need 6'8", regardless if it's here or in an attic. Any new stair has to have a 6'8". So going with just an 8-foot presently of the first floor with the structure, by the time I get to the top of the stairs, I'm below the 15 feet. So I can't get a roof above that in order to make it a true walk-up. They would have to have a pull-down stair, which the homeowner would not like to have. They'd like to have a walk-up. And in doing so, it's the footprint of the existing garage, which I'm doing, and I'm not bringing the outside walls up to 8 feet or anything like that. The outside walls are going to be low. They're going to be 4 feet. It's coming up to a ceiling height of 7, and then back down to the 4 in the back. And again, the little attic space that's up above, maybe only 2 feet up above that, the 7 foot. So all he's really looking to do is to try and get the storage out of the actual bays while he's putting the new roof on, just to add the extra footage above to try and get the storage in there. The other thing, what I presented also was photos. He's on Cleveland. The house behind him is on Maple, and it's a hill that's going up. These properties are not flat, so by raising this up, it does not affect the person behind them. If anything, the house behind him is way up high, that they're still looking down on this roof. They would not be looking out onto anything that's going up very high. To the side, it doesn't really affect either people on the left side. It doesn't affect, and on the right side, it's just an open lot area, that there is no structure to the right of this house.
Okay.
So that's what he would propose. He would like I said, just a walk-up space for the storage for the two-family house, so that they can park some cars in the garage.
Your client doesn't plan on taking the second story and just,
They couldn't. It's,
Okay.
like I said, it's 4 feet at the edge and 7-foot flat ceiling just for a short area, so you could walk down the middle and just do some storage.
you can't possibly turn this
There's-
into an apartment.
No,
Okay,
there's no way.
all right, just making sure. All right, we'll go around the board for questions. Mr. Walsh?
So the only variance you need is the height on the auxiliary structure?
Correct.
The setbacks are fine on both the back and the sides? There's no issues, or it's existing?
It's existing, and Joe did
Do
not
we
bring
have-
that up. He said
he
it's an
didn't?
existing structure. We're not moving it. The first floor is staying as is. We're just raising this up slightly, the roof.
Just, what, 5 feet, I think you said?
Yeah, it's like 5
14
feet.
to 19?
Yes.
Okay, I'm surprised at that on the, that he didn't bring it up, that you'd need a variance
Yeah, he-
on the side and the back.
No, he didn't. He didn't bring that up at all to me.
Okay, yeah, no other questions.
Okay. Ms. Lupino? Okay. Mr. Neiman, any questions?
I have no questions.
Stan, any questions?
Yes. Sir, is this already a 3-car garage?
Yeah,
And you're looking for space to store things
on top, yeah.
over the cars?
Oh, yeah, over the curb.
How many cars are in the garage right now?
None.
It's all storage.
Garage.
You can't fit your cars in there.
I always tell people I have a 3-car garage, but no cars in them.
I have a 1-car garage and no cars,
Now you know my plight.
3 times over.
3 times up.
And, Mr. Sherman, what you're actually doing on the exterior, in my thinking, is creating a knee wall.
Correct. That's all it's going to be on the outside.
And that's not conducive to living arrangements.
No.
And then above the knee wall is the roof.
Correct.
That's it. Thank you.
Thanks, Dan. Ted, any questions?
Is basically the roof on the garage going to match the roof on the house? And also siding on the garage will be similar, if not just like the house? So
Correct.
it's in an appearance sort of way.
Well, the roof has to come out anyway, because I replaced the roof on the main structure of the house, but I didn't replace the other one because of the cost
Right.
factor. I thought I could, squeeze it out another couple of years, so it's been 5 years. And now I can see some things that need attention. So since I'm gonna replace the roof anyway, that's why I talked to Joe and talked to Ed, and I said, I'm not gonna replace the roof and then go for this.
No.
We can do it all in one shot, if it's possible.
As long as things sort of match.
Everything has to match, according to my wife.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Amen.
I'm just looking for space. She's looking for decor, but I'm not,
2 birds with 1 stone.
yeah.
I'm done.
Yeah. Rich, any questions?
No comments.
I got no questions. We'll take it down to the audience now. Is anybody in the audience have questions, comments? For the record, there's nobody in the audience, so we'll go around for last final comments. Mr. Walsh?
I'd be in favor. It seems like a reasonable request for some storage area.
Mr. Pino?
Be in favor.
Stan?
The town requires you to notify everybody,
Right.
but do you know your neighbors and did
I
you talk to them?
did. I did. I did talk to my neighbor next to me, and the neighbor behind me actually was the one who did my roof on the main house, so we're pretty friendly. And the guy next to the other side, he's my landscaper, so. So,
And for the record, the applicant met all the notice requirements, and it was all been reviewed, so everything's fine.
thank you.
Ted? Rich, any final comments?
Same here.
All right, I'm good as well.
Good application.
Motion to approve the application?
I make a motion to approve this application.
Ted first,
Second?
second Walsh. Bruce, roll.
Mr. Bonas?
Yes.
Mr. Walsh?
Yes.
Mr. Needham?
Yes.
Mr. Oparsky?
Yes.
Mr. Santo?
Yes.
Ms. Lupino? Yes. Mr. Saracolo?
Yes.
All right. Ed,
Okay.
have a good evening.
Thank you very much.
Oh,
Thank you.
Oh,
And what-
yeah, we have the standard appeal period
Yes.
from the publication of the resolution, 45 days. After the 45th day, you're free to do whatever you want. You can do the work within the 45-day period, but if there is an appeal, you have to stop. You may have to deal with that.
It's no
So-
rush, so this is
Okay.
something that was.
Just wanted you to know about the 45-day appeal period.
Thank you so
Not a
much for
problem.
your time.
All right, thanks a lot. Have a good evening.
Thanks.
I know. Richard, let's leave. All right. Anybody has old business to attend? All right, new business. New business, first thing is Ken has decided to leave our board, so he will no longer be joining us. He gave in his resignation 2 days ago. So, that's that. He will be missed.
Can we ask the town for the shirts?
Okay, new business. So our beloved mayor has requested us to, the gentleman in the board.
Shirt and ties.
Shirt and ties.
I would like to address business for the board
Um,
with the mayor.
I seek guidance from our council here, who represents the board, and no one else.
That's correct.
What is the guidance on dress code for the state of New Jersey for people who are not employees?
To be perfectly frank, I'd have to look it up, but I don't see how the town could force with the potential of expulsion from the board. I don't see how they could force any particular board member to dress formally for the purposes of service, but I'll be happy to look that up for the board and report back.
Is that a fair? And for the record, I think in the years that I've been here, I don't think nobody's ever come to this board in shorts, T-shirt, and sports hat, or in a swimsuit.
Always
I think
look
we've,
professional.
I think we've professionally in this board, and in my opinion, of many boards I've sat before on that side of the aisle, I think that our residents here prefer sort of to lay back a little bit and not the suit and tie appeal, because I think it makes them a little bit more comfortable.
Yeah.
But again, that's my opinion. Everybody here could voice their opinions.
I disagree with that opinion. I think it's an easy request, and I think looking professional is a good thing. And I don't know why anybody would argue about this thing. You know, I'm in favor of it.
I work in the city, and the city is the cultural and financial capital of the world, and it is very rare to see anybody in a tie.
Yeah.
People wear button-down shirts, but, you know, the people you see in a shirt and tie are usually lawyers or something like that, but very...
Don't take it the wrong way.
I won't take it the wrong way. Thank you,
No,
Mr.
but
Walsh.
I'm
It's
just
fine,
saying.
yeah.
Brian, you're right. The dress code in the country has declined, so to speak.
Oh, hold on.
We are
No, I don't think that's the issue.
I don't think it's a...
I don't think dress
We're
code-
talking about being on the board. We're not talking about people that work in New York City. We're talking about people that are on this board.
Correct.
That's all.
Well, you have your
So it's totally
opinion.
different.
I've been getting dressed myself since I'm 10 years old, maybe earlier. I know how to get dressed. And I'm sorry. I'm not in agreement with the idea that I have to come here in a certain way. I think no. If I have to, I will let you know. Next time I walk through that door, I will identify as a lady. And then I don't have a dress code.
I don't know why everybody makes such a big deal about this. I mean, it's an easy request. Why would you disrespect the guy? All
Well,
he's asking is for a shirt and tie.
I don't see it that way.
It's ridiculous to even discuss it.
I think we
Why
should.
he's asking now after almost 30 years
You know
on the
what?
board.
Okay, that's a good question to ask.
Why is he doing this now?
Did somebody come here when I was gone, not here, and
No,
No,
in swim trunks?
no, nothing.
I don't think I need to dress in a shirt and
oh, he
tie.
doesn't care about the bottom.
No.
He just wants a shirt and tie.
I don't feel like I need to
Newscaster.
be here in a shirt and tie to be professional.
Right, I just want to know why now. That's,
I just don't like being told that I have to do something when,
well, he's
in
asking-
reality, well, he's asking on his own accord.
Right.
Unless there's a statute
What-
of a law
Yeah.
that
He
requires,
appointed you, right?
or he asked me to be
Okay.
here.
It's an appointment.
It's an
Okay.
appointment. It's an appointment.
Yeah.
So why would you not respect the guy?
But
He
the
appointed
moment,
you on a board.
let me explain something. This is my opinion. I could be wrong, counsel here could disagree with me.
I was
The moment
disagreeing,
one
not
person
respect.
starts to dictate to us, shirt and tie, okay, what's the next thing? Hey, I need this thing approved. Hey, I need this other application approved. This board is an independent board. We shouldn't be influenced by others. That is my opinion.
I think it's a good question to ask
I think that,
the mayor.
Why
What
now?
was his thinking?
you know, what would happen if Ken was still here on the board? The man sometime comes from the ambulance corps straight to here.
That's an exception. That's an exception to the rule.
There was no exceptions. It was dictated downwards and it was asked to say, hey, shirt and tie every meeting.
The full-time paid professional staff that works in this building, they all wear
Polish-
Business
polo
co-
shirts, golf shirts with the insignia. I don't know
You-
if they
And
bought
he-
them themselves or they're
No,
given.
he-
And I don't
he-
think that would be unreasonable. If
No,
you want to give me a
he
shirt, I'll
got
wear
that
it.
for the council members.
What?
He got that for the council members. The
Okay,
dark
and I'm-
shirt
I'm-
with the insignia on it.
If you go to the
only
building
prob-
department
The only
or-
issue with that is, they're short sleeve. It was more for summer, you know, spring and summer. He might entertain that. To have some type of uniformity.
I think.
But I don't think you
personally-
can afford it.
I know I don't have much skin in the game because I know that the message was specifically for the gentleman on the board, but I do think that maybe we can ask the mayor to cast a wider net in terms of what the dress code is, not maybe shirt and, but maybe it's a button down, right? Or maybe it's simply business casual, so that way everyone can kind of have their own independence and what they feel is deemed fitting of that, but it's not necessarily like you need to wear a suit, a shirt and tie, but it's more like business casual. And I think that's a fair,
I
That's
agree.
a
I
fair-
think what Jesus was saying
fair
before
call-out.
is just reasonable. you know.
yeah,
Well,
I agree. I think business casual, so that way we all know we have guidelines and some guardrails, and I think that's acceptable.
yeah, and I haven't seen any issue to Stan's point in
Same.
the years I've been serving on here.
Same.
You know, Stancy, you've been here longer than I have, but I've never seen somebody, any board member.
Everybody's appropriate
Mm-hmm.
for the circumstances. We had a former chairperson who would come in a shirt
Yep.
and tie and a suit,
Yes,
and he loved dressing like that.
that, I remember,
That's their discretion, yeah.
but that's at their discretion.
Everybody else was as we are now, business casual.
I
Business
think that's a
casual.
fair net to set, yeah. That's a
You wanna
fair-
come in a suit and
that's
tie,
fine.
you know, that's fine, but,
Well,
you know,
there's different, there's different.
I understand, you know.
thresholds.
Some of us come late from our jobs,
I-
and we don't have time to change into a suit and tie or a shirt and tie and change again and come back. That's just, quite frankly, I'm a volunteer. Yes, I was asked to be here, and he appointed us, yes. But at the end of the day, we were sworn in by the other members of this board. Just like the council here, who was asked to be here, who was appointed by us.
Also correct.
So where are we leaving it then? You're gonna check and see if there's any?
I'm going to see if there's any statute guidance on
And we're just gonna ask.
if the dress code can be pushed down and what the ramification is if it can be and we don't comply.
Okay, I think that's fair enough.
May I bring up one other thing? Is there any way we can show appreciation to Ken for all that he's done?
That's a good thing.
I don't, Mr. Moniz, can you like have a letter or something
Sure.
like that?
I'll bring in a card next time if that's okay, we can all sign it,
Yeah,
a big card, and
Big
I'll
card?
drop by his house with some balloons or something. Like he wants to see me at his house, but, something.
quite honestly, I'm surprised he made it back alive after driving
Yeah.
across country
Right,
with
and
his
I also
wife
wanna hear a
on
story.
the back of his
That's
motorcycle.
Why I'm doing that. I'll bring a card next time. I didn't know
That
this
sounds
was-
awesome.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you very much.
I don't mind. I have a question though regarding Ken, so what's next in terms of his successor?
So the alternate, who's the alternate? Phil, right?
Who's the first alternate? Who's the second alternate?
You were the first, I was the second, so. it'll be-
No, she's already a
Michelle
member.
moved
That's what I
out.
mean.
She's already a member.
Exactly.
George can tell
So
you.
it's you and Phil.
So there was
Joyce
two
was the
alternates.
alternate.
She was one, I was
Mine
two.
was-
She got on,
Now you're
so
on.
now it's
George
me.
will-
Phil?
Yeah. and
But
I'll
is
have-
Phil an alternate?
Yeah.
Yes.
He is.
Okay, just for what it's worth,
No.
when I was on planning, I was alternate one, they made two permanent before me.
Yeah. So it's the mayor's appointment.
Yeah.
No,
Just
Richard,
so you know how it breaks down.
no, Richard
The
is,
mayor chooses.
Richard,
He
you're,
can- he
you're
can skip
alternate
one.
number one.
I'm the next up, yeah.
So you take his place. I think that's the way it
That's
works.
the way it works.
And then we need another alternate. We need to
Right.
find another alternate.
So does that work by recommendation or by the mayor's appointment?
Usually he recommends
mayor
somebody
appoints.
and
The
then,
mayor appoints,
Let the
okay.
mayor know, and he can tell the next guy what the dress code is.
And by will pass it along, yeah. Yeah.
all right.
Or it can be one of us, he or she.
Any new business? Any comments there? Or you seem like you want to have.
No.
No comments, you good?
I make a motion,
I should have
End
the
the
fewest
meeting.
comments of anybody.
Okay, I'm just
Yeah,
asking,
yeah.
I'm just asking. All right,
I make a motion the end of the meeting.